Welcome to the second part of our fourth series of our What's. And we're going to be talking about being blessed again, or being blessed, whichever that may be. And as I said, here we are again about to be blessed. We are going to keep investigating the passage from Matthew chapter 5, which is called the Beatitudes. It says in verses 4 and 5, blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. It starts off with this blessed word again. Remember what we talked about last week. And it meant a whole bunch of things, not just a simple let's be happy. It's much deeper than that. And I think for us to recognise that, we need to read these passages a little bit different. It's a weird set of verses though. I mean, how do you be happy when you mourn? That's a tough one. How do you feel blessed when you are missing someone? Yeah, it's really, really difficult. Well, a couple of things here. The last translation we talked about gives us some great understanding. We talked about it last week. Thankful are those who mourn would be a different way of putting it. Hey, I've taken some funerals and my attitude has become one of gratitude for the person's involvement in my life. And I can think of a couple in particular, and they were significant people to me, and they have encouraged me greatly. Though it was a tough time, yeah, I was thankful. That's one thing that locks in my brain. At other times, I felt especially favoured to be at someone's funeral. It's a great privilege to lead people as they remember someone significant. I felt fortunate to have known them. Do you see where I'm coming from? There's a blessing even in sadness. But the recognition here is that we will mourn, we will cry, we will be upset. It's all right to cry. We can feel comfortable in the fact that God is interested in caring for us even in our worst times and our lowest times. But what about that next verse? Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Meek's not a word that we use very often these days. We seem to align it with the word weak, but it simply means meek means humble or humbly patient or docile or submissive. We kind of get from that it's a gentle and kind kind of thing. So the blessed state of life is given to the people who humbly and who are patient and submissive and gentle. But what's that mean to us? What do we learn from this whole concept of being blessed if we have that lifestyle? Most people, as I said, associate meekness with weakness, and that's not what it's about. Meekness has more of a choice attached to it, a choice to be submissive, a choice to be gentle. That's not like weakness at all. In some ways, it's a strength. And so God is going to bless the people who are choosing to be gentle, kind, and submissive to Him. Absolutely. But what about the inheriting the earth? That sounds pretty good when you think about it. Well, it's very interesting. It's a very interesting concept. And just like last week we talked about the poor in spirit getting the kingdom, well, here it's a similar concept. There will be measurable riches to those people whose whole worlds are available to those who are gentle, kind, and submissive and meek. We actually get something for it. Maybe not tangible money or anything like that, but we get back from it. In some ways, the concept from last week parallels to this week. The kingdom and the earth are comparative analogies. So much, it's the same idea. God has gifted these people, the meek, with the resources to do what God would have them do on earth. That's a really big clue into how we inherit the earth. The meek are not just present on earth. They have an ownership and they have a job and a purpose to do. It's significant, isn't it? So God is giving control of the earth to the people who want to serve others. I like that. Bless you. You have a great week, and we'll talk again next week about being blessed.